for teaching solutions that are simple and effective, many solutions include what we call the third person. Adding the third person to the classroom mix is a way to give students a new and powerful role. The teacher is person number 1. The learner is person number 2. Person number 3 is someone who learners can teach. Then learners can see themselves as learner teachers. This is a new learning identity, a new role. When learners put themselves in this role, everything else can change. Let us show you what we mean. First, let's take a non-classroom example to show how role works. Let's look at a situation that involves a father and daughter with a role problem.
Lenora, I thought I told you to get the dusting done. Do it. Now.
This father and daughter are working against each other. They have a role problem. Let's bring in a third person for each of them and see what happens.
Whoa, who are you?
Brad, I am your great-grandfather. I was just sitting around heaven wondering how the family was doing. So, how are my great-great-grandchildren getting along?
Oh, well, it's a Saturday and we were just doing the chores around the house, and so I was trying to teach them the values of work and communication and functioning together as a team.
Sounds great. Can I watch how you do this?
Oh, absolutely. Here, let me show you my lovely, wonderful daughter, Lenora. She's dusting.
We can see that the great-grandfather helps change the father's role. He reminds the father of the values he really wants to be teaching in his home. Now let's bring in someone for the daughter.
Who are you?
Oh, Mommy, I'm not really anyone yet. What's some name gonna be your daughter? Is this where you live?
Well, yeah, this is my house.
What are you doing?
Well, it's Saturday, so I'm cleaning. we all have to clean around here. We all have certain jobs to do, and we all have to work together, to get things done, and this is my job.
We can see how the third person changes the daughter's sense of purpose in doing her housework.
Hey, Lenora. I thought I'd help you finish a little bit faster.
Well, thanks. I'm almost done.
Oh, maybe after this we can go get some ice cream.
Only if I can get pistachio.
Only if you're buying.
So housework may not be a classroom problem, but this example does show how that extra person changes everyone's perspective. Now let's look at a classroom.
Hey guys, so hope you had a good weekend. So today we're going to be talking about CPR. If you open to chapter 3, you can see what we're going to be talking about. Okay. Alright, so first you want to check and see if the person is conscious or not. I hope you're all paying attention because we will finish this chapter next week and have a quiz.
Now there are lots of people in this classroom, but it is still a two-person problem. The teacher wants something from the students, but the students aren't interested at all in her goals. Now let's bring in a third person and see what happens.
Help!
Hello, sir.
What's wrong?
I'm gonna go get help. Help! Hello! He's got a pulse, but he's not breathing.
Oh my gosh, he's gonna die right here in the classroom!
You, call 911. Okay. Alright, he's not breathing, so he needs artificial respiration. Can anybody do it?
Well, don't
alright,
look
he's
at the
not
board. The
breathing.
instructions are right
Needs
there.
artificial respiration.
Don't tell us enough to actually do it. How do you hold his head? How quickly do you have to breathe? How do we know if we're doing it right?
Okay, does anybody have a text?
I'll Google it.
Yeah, and you, pull up a stopwatch, and we'll time it.
how people rise to the occasion when they want to learn and they are needed. If you don't have ghosts to conjure up or dying people falling into your classroom, there are a number of everyday ways to solve difficult classroom problems with 3-person role changes.
Oh my gosh, that homework assignment was so crazy hard. I didn't think I was ever going to finish. I don't even think I did it right. Probably got an F.
Really? It only took me half an hour to finish.
Mike, Sabrina, welcome to class. Mike, I would like you to go over the homework assignment with Sabrina. Go over the lab report, make sure she's done everything correctly. And Sabrina, I want you to make sure he's finished it all.
Hey, here's my doctor's note. I've been battling a bout of Ebola. I mean E. coli.
Oh, okay. Todd, I know that you need to be studying for your midterms, and as part of your study, I'd like you to include Jeff. Just give him a 20-minute overview of all the concepts we've been going over. Jeff, if you have any questions about what Todd's teaching you, I'd like you to write them down.
I have a great idea about reverberations of sound waves underwater, but I don't have any sources to put with it. Well, I have a ton of sources, I just don't know how to organize them. Yep.
Excuse me, we wanted to collaborate on the paper. I've got an idea about reverberation of sound waves underwater, and she has a bunch of resources. So,
I think that sounds like a great idea. I think you should get started right now. I'll be over in a few minutes with other links for resources.
Thank you.
Devin, I'm really interested in this paper that you're writing. Using sound waves from jazz ensembles to clean up the environment. I think it's fascinating, but I'm a little confused. I have a lot of questions for you. Can you take some time right now and bring me up to speed on the research you've been using? Okay, right here.
So, do you think this would connect better with this one?
Could we just start from chapter 3? I feel like I don't get it from there.
Alright, let's go there.
But show me what I'm supposed to do. I'm lost with all of this.
See how this works? This teacher knows that every student brings both needs and assets to her classroom. She knows that by restructuring their roles, that she's surrounding herself with resources to help them solve the most difficult learning problems. Once you see how it's done, you'll think of lots of your own creative ways to change roles. Students will shine in their new roles as givers and teachers. Never forget that old adage, the teacher learns the most. Now go and make the 3-person principle work for you.